Okay, so he's asking about the Hebrew meaning of the word river in Isaiah 11:15. We just talked about this verse in my last video if you want to go watch it for context. So in that video, I was talking about this verse that people are always bringing up in my comments saying that it's referencing the Nile River, and this is proof that the Mississippi River is the Nile. And my point is this verse doesn't talk about the Nile, it's talking about Euphrates. So the Hebrew word used in this verse is Nahar. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I'm going to pronounce it. So Nahar is a word for river. Nahar can mean a stream, including the sea, an expectation of the Nile, Euphrates, etc. It can mean stream or river or even underground streams. So the interesting thing about this word here is that there is another word used for river that is always used in reference to the river system of Egypt, and that's Yor. So Nahar is more often used, or maybe always used, for other rivers, rivers more kind of Assyria as opposed to Egypt. That's my understanding. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure y'all will. You're good at that. My understanding of Hebrew is somewhat limited, but it's way more than it used to be. I'm learning a lot very rapidly. But if you take this scripture and the reference to the river in context, it is not referring to the Nile. And almost all translations agree with that. And if I'm understanding correctly, in the Bible, the Euphrates is often referenced as the river, like in capital letters. I like to use the example how today we call the Mississippi Big River, or Big Muddy, or Old Man River. Like that's just kind of the slang term for the Mississippi. Or at least maybe that's more old school. But growing up, I lived near the Mississippi, and that's kind of what I was familiar with. Big Muddy, Old Man River, Big River. You know, there's musicals called Big River and all that. You know, Old Man River, that's a famous song from a musical. So anyway, my understanding is the Euphrates is often referenced as the river. So just a way to differentiate. And the Nile system is usually called Yor. Okay, let me know if that makes sense.